Greetings all, Devious Monkey here. You knew it wouldn't last long. All the blue, it's not going away because there's no way in hell I'm painting again. But after filming in the library yesterday and seeing all the bookshelves and it's so bright and just all around more aesthetically pleasing, I thought I gotta change shit again. So today I went to IKEA this morning. I bought a bunch of bookshelves and I'm gonna put them all together now. And I'm going to change the way this looks, hopefully for the better. I know what it looks like in my melon. Hopefully it comes out that way in reality. So I'm going to do a time lapse of this because like you want to sit there and watch me put a bunch of bookshelves together and all that crap. So here we go. Let's change the studio again. So nothing's changed over here. I kept the battery charging area the same with the exception of me putting the magnifying light there because I didn't have anywhere else to put it and it made more sense to put it there. Boring stuff, there's my table where I put like the cameras and you know stuff that I put on daily or use daily. Okay, that is my little section of memorabilia and things that I like or that are important to me. And I did take stuff off that shelf to put them on the new shelves. And I did mount that light up there to sort of highlight. And that's the light that I was using to light my right side. But it didn't make sense to put it there now that I've got the window and everything. That's just my editing area and where I sit at my desk. We've got the light, which I have moved dozens of times trying to figure out the best place to put it. Oddly enough, there's a big thwack mark on it because I lifted it too high and I hit the ceiling fan. Tee-hee. Okay, there's the Cinema Rig, and that's where it sits, where it looks at all the new stuff. And you can see I'm getting all that natural light coming in through the window. I don't know what it's going to look like at night, so I have this other light down here that I'm going to use to simulate all that light when it's night out, if I'm filming it later at night. And then I had to build that little additional piece, so I went back to IKEA yesterday to get that and put it together so that I had a drawer that I could hide all my tools and stuff like that. I don't want to move my chair because I have it placed just perfectly. Everything on the shelves is very personal to me and has some form of meaning and reason for why it's on these shelves. And I went into my books and I pulled out the books that were important to me. And I took a lot of the memorabilia that were on the other shelving unit to put here. I'm not going to bother going through here and telling you why everything is on here unless for some unknown reason you want to know. But we'll talk about that later. So that's pretty much the finished product. If you look up here, you can see that I actually do have everything bolted to the walls. Oop, there was a little bit of hunting there. Simply because of the fact that I have tried to mate these up together. And in order to do that, I had to sort of lean the outer shelves. So rather than have them fall down and have all this shit fall down and hit me in the melon, I did the proper thing and everything is literally hard mounted to the wall to keep it that way. And that's pretty much the finished product. And now you're going to see what it looks like when I'm filming on the Cinema Rig. Okay, this is what it's going to look like going forward for a while. Swearsy realsies. I have the Neewer SL60 on this side, natural light coming from the window because it's the middle of the day, broad daylight, and it's sunny out. I don't know what it's going to look like at night. I know last night I was playing around with all these different lights and trying to see what looks good, and obviously I've changed it since then because I got rid of the green light, and now all I'm using is just this thing. Or at least that's all I will be using, and I have it you know, because it's on this little Gorilla Pod, so it's sitting pretty low. I might have to raise it up. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But all this stuff is done, and I actually really do like how it looks now that I'm all done putting all the personal stuff on the shelves and putting it in a way that, of course, in my melon, makes the most sense. So this is what you get. I do have the little light on behind me, which makes it look like I've got like purple blue tips on my hair. I don't. It's all just gray and it's natural color. And then I have the lamp that's up here, which is also the same blue color as what's behind me, just to give it a little bit of effect instead of just boring white light. It took me a while to do this. I swore I wasn't going to change the office for a while. I swore I wasn't going to paint. I did not paint. All I did was build bookshelves and pull shit out of boxes and stack it on the shelves, or took it from the other shelving unit, and that's it. So in the grand scheme of things, it really wasn't that big of a change, but it's massively different. I mean, look at this. It looks glorious. And that's it. That's all I'm going to be doing with the studio for a while, other than filming stuff. Now, I had some weird shit happen in that I was filming with the ZV1, and I went through and I did a studio walkthrough, but because I didn't turn any lights on, it just hunted like crazy, and I couldn't stand it. So I reshot all that. Then I sat down and I did this section earlier today too, and for some reason, because I changed it from 4K to 1080p, it jacked everything up, and the Ninja recorded everything, all of the information that was on the screen for all my settings and everything. It wasn't just a clean video feed. I don't know why it did that. I don't know, I mean, other than changing it from 4K to 1080, I didn't change anything else, and it jacked it all up. I didn't want to really shoot in 4K anymore because I'm so tired of waiting for shit to render, but now it looks like I'm gonna have to because I just don't feel like figuring out the settings, and everything works. It just takes a little bit longer, so I've got to learn patience. I got it all figured out. This is the second time I've shot this, and that's all you're getting, because I'm not doing it a third time. I hope you like what it looks like. I know I do. I'm not going to link any of the bookshelves or any of that kind of stuff because you don't want to go to the IKEA website anyways. It's a nightmare. As always, thanks for joining me. I hope you like the way it turned out. If you don't, sorry, this is what you're stuck with when I'm shooting in studio for a while because I am not changing anything. I swear. And as usual, like, subscribe, and all that shit. And remember, kids, forward and up.